Now, welcome to episode 34. Yes, 34. Not 33, not 35, 34. Last video was 33. Of Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classics / Non-Classics. New stuff from Marvel and DC. Now, in this review, I'm doing Spider-Man Ends the Earth. Excuse me. Written by Dan Slott with Ty Timpson. He probably does the Avenging Spider-Man issue. Brian Clever and Rob Williams. Now, Dan Slott writes most of this. He does the Rob Williams and Brian Clever. They do the ends. They do one of the stories in here, and then Ty Timpson writes it. Now, the issues are in here are Amazing Spider-Man 682, 687, Amazing Spider-Man Ends the Earth number 1, and Avenging Spider-Man number 8. Now, like Spider Island, I'm not going to spoil too much of this book because it's an event. A lot of stuff happens, and you better read the book exactly what a lot of the big things happen. Pretty much, I will give away some stuff. Like, there is a couple deaths, there's like 3 or 4 deaths in this book. Number 1, the Rhino gets killed off at the end of the story. Silver Sable has an apparent death, but she's not confirmed to be dead. Rhino is confirmed to be dead. She is not. She's rumored to be still alive. The second Kangaroo is killed off by a villain known as Lady Deathstrike. She appears in the Earth one-shot. Scorpion appears in the one-shot as well. Let's see. There's also called the Slave Master 2. Union Jack kills him. He's a spy. He can kill anybody he wants. He's not a regular hero. Pretty much, it's the whole point of this story is Spider-Man team with the Avengers trying to take out the Sinister Six once and for all. Now, in the end of the story, this is going to be a very short review because I'm not going to be able to spoil too much. I can show some artwork for this thing. Yeah, the artwork is pretty good. Let's see if we get good artwork. Let's see. Here we go. Brilliant looking artwork. Yeah. Of course, Spider-Man does the suit that he wears on the back here. New suit. After the story, he never wears this thing again, but the thing does show up a couple more times after this. It does show up like toward the end of the series, and it does show up briefly in Superior Spider-Man. But, yeah. And, of course, Silver Sable does work with Spider-Man in this story, because I think she probably owes him a favor because of saving her life during the whole Terrible Tuesday thing. That does not play into this at all. This is a storyline that's been building up since 648. So pretty much this story wraps up a whole bunch of loose ends. That's the whole point of this story, just so they can make forward of a post-story. And, of course, if you know it's Clint here, Clint Barton, a.k.a. Hawkeye, he's wearing the uniform that was first showed up in the movie, but it's also the costume worn by his Ultimate counterpart. Yeah. The first time, now, what I've heard, the first time he puts on this costume is Avenging Spider-Man number 3. He does this in the very aftermath of Fear itself. He stops wearing his classic costume, but he pretty much puts on his, well, new costume. Iron Man gets the novel like usual, and Black Widow wears this. Her outfit is so skin tight you can basically see her breast. Yeah. This isn't frequently. She pretty much almost. It seems like that the artist is simply just trying to shove Black Widow almost into Spider-Man's face. Yes. Now, as far as I know, there was no plans on getting these two hook up at all. They did introduce in a whatever store with Spider-Man go Black Widow, but she ate him. Yes, she ate him. Yeah, I've never read the story, but I've read what happens. She eats him. Because she's a Black Widow. She's hot and all, but she's a Black Widow. And of course, I remember who was on this cover. Of course, Spider-Man doesn't wear his outfit anymore. When they do Marvel now, Cap changes his outfit. Hawkeye does not. Hawkeye does not change his outfit at all. The only people who change their outfits from Marvel now is Cap and Iron Man. Iron Man is expected because he goes to 20 different suits a year. 20, 30 different suits per his lifetime. Cap, this is the first time he's ever changed his outfit, as far as I know. And, of course, now there is some captures, some getaways in this book. The only people who are captured in this book, of the Sinister Six members, Doc Ock is captured, the Chameleon is captured, and so is the Sandman. Electro was shot into space by Thor at the beginning of the story. And of course, he does come back in Avenging Spider-Man number 18. So he's gone for some time. He's gone for, I'd say, probably just a few months by publication standards. I'd say maybe 6 months. The Chameleon does come back also in Avenging Spider-Man, so does the Sandman. As for Doc Ock, he plays a role in the final story. As for the other two, Mysterio, the only member never captured, gets away. But he does show up in Spider-Man, where he gets trapped in the Ultimate Universe. The Rhino dies. Yes, he just dies. But at least he died in the series and made his debut in. I do give it that much. He died in issue 687. This is approximately 600 and, trying to think, what was the number? 646 issues since his debut. That's right. 646 issues since his debut, way back in Amazing Spider-Man number 41. This is a good story. It does wrap up a lot of loose ends. It basically wraps up the whole Doc Ock thing beyond the run, since he made his return in Amazing Spider-Man 600. It does wrap up that. Electro, his little thing gets wrapped. Him and Chameleon, their little things continue Avenging Spider-Man, along with the Sandman. Mysterio continues in Spider-Man, and now he's in Cataclysm, where somehow he has a role in that, despite the fact he's not in Mysterio garb. Yeah, that's it. I didn't exactly spoil too much of the story, because I want everybody to get a chance to read the story. Okay? I know this is kind of a short video to my last few ones, okay? So it's Spider-Man ends the year. Alright? That's it for this particular review. Now, I do have at least a couple more books to review for Spider-Man. Then I'm going to take a break from Spider-Man books for a little while for reviewing on here. Hopefully I get more stuff in. But all in all, that's it. See you all in the next review.